Hello and welcome. I am Nicole Arrington coming to you from Helen, Montana with Big Sky Cards. And today I have a fall birthday card to show you. So I was using this Welcoming Woods set. I just loved it. I had to have it kind of thing. I think there's going to be so many cards to make with this set. So I'm quite excited. Along with the timber embossing folder and the lovely labels die punch. So I'm going to kind of set these things aside and we'll go ahead and get started. I have a piece of basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5. I will go ahead and fold it in half like so. Then I think we're gonna do the most complicated thing first. So what I've got is a piece of 3x3 basic white cardstock that, well, you can see it blended on this, that I am going to make kind of a sunset with. I'm going to use Cajun Craze and Night of Navy. And in order to do that, I'm going to get out my blending brushes. I'm going to get my orange, which is labeled there, and then that's my blue. Okay. So I'm going to ink this up and go to about the halfway point. And the other thing I'm going to work on is making the bottom a lot darker than the top so that I get kind of some ombre effect. And I might just so kind of gives that appeal. I might even pull in the yellow. See, what did I do? See if I can give a little yellow hint there. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight. Just, you know, give it a little bit. That appearance there, and then I'll move on to my Night of Navy. You can get some really dark coloring in here. I'm going to blend it a little bit more here, but with that lighter tone. You know, and anything can be any color you want. But I think that came out quite nice. I have to say, since I picked up using blending brushes some years ago, I do like blending a heck of a lot more than with the sponges. I'll just put that out there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come and put chuck that aside. Excuse me. So, sorry. Oh. Super, super sticky. Super, super sticky. All right, so I'm gonna mount this to a block. And then I'm going to stamp this in basic black. Or not basic black, ha ha ha. In tuxedo black. I'm going to use the Memento and stamp in tuxedo black. And get a gorgeous little silhouette going. Oh. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, I'll set that aside. Really, I'm throwing that on the floor. But, because that's where I keep that paper. So I have more space for my work area. Alright, so now I can kind of look at assembly slash... Actually, I probably wanted to stamp my sentiment. And my sentiment is I'm going to use that happy birthday that comes on here, way down here. And I'll use the Memento black. But before I do that, I got to get my piece of cardstock and ready. And what I have is some Very Vanilla. And I'm going to use my lovely label, punch. And I'm going to punch both ends of it. Ooh, well that was terrible. Hold on, I'm going to grab another piece of Very Vanilla. Alright, we will try that again. So again, I will try my Very Vanilla. This time I'll kind of look underneath. Well, I obviously wasn't paying close enough attention. And snip it both ends. Even though my piece is 1 inch, sometimes, you know, things go a little awry. Okay, but there I have a gorgeous tag, and I can kind of, well, I do love that punch. I was going to say I wasn't going to buy it, and then I got kind of conned into it in some respect, and, you know, I bought it like before the bundle went off, and I love every aspect of it. I love the stamp set that came with it, and I love that punch. Because I can make all these labels any size I want. So, I mean, I've just found it really helpful in that sense. Alright, so, there was my minor sales pitch. But it was not something on my radar. It looked boring to me. Yet I seem to use it a lot. Because, again, I can make what I want. So now I can kind of get on to assembly. I have some pieces, 1/2 inch by 5.5 inch strips of Designer Series paper. It comes from the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. There, give you that better. But this is just a great thing to do with some leftover pieces. You know, you get those small little pieces. And you never know what to do with them. Well, here's an idea. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one at one side of the piece of cardstock. Just position it accordingly. And one at the other side. I don't have to have a ginormous piece of paper to get the effect that you want. So there's some thrifty thoughts. Then I have a piece of crumb cake that is, ooh, I forget. I thought it was 5.5 by 3.25, and it is. Okay, and then I also have some Cajun Craze that is 5.5 by 1/4 inch. Again, another thing to use for those like really, really tiny pieces. And I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid glue because I just want a sliver of it hanging out. to tie in. Don't need a lot, and I can use up these little pieces here. Okay, and I took my crumb cake and I used the 3D Timber embossing folder. And I was so disappointed that Stampin' Up! Gotten rid of some of their wood embossing folders, but I have to say this one's pretty cool. It works. It works in the same effect, I think, that a lot of times the other ones don't. Okay, so we're gonna just finish up. I've got my 3x3 basic white, and I am going to attach it by a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 Cajun Craze piece of Cajun Craze. And then I will attach this to the center of that, like so. And then I got some linen thread. I picked this up on the clearance sale. I believe it is now gone, but there's a couple other options, and I will put those in the shopping list so that you may use those instead. And so, I want to, shouldn't have glued that down. Oh, can I pick this up? I can. Okay, so I'm going to get my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to, I don't use it enough, so I have a really hard time using this. I'm not sure why I'm having problems. Apparently you're not supposed to push hard, but I'm really struggling. There we go. It's the angle. Okay, so I'm just using my Stampin' Seal to get this to stick down. And then, sorry. Wait, I got some down there. I swear I had some. Obviously, I can't work that direction. Alright, there we go. So we'll get that down. Then I have some gold, oh gosh, look at me ruining it. It should be alright. It'll be okay. Then I'm going to have some gold twine. Then I'm just going to wrap around this and tie a bow. I'm going to pull that back. Like so. Like that. Make a cute little bow. I'm just struggling left, right, and center today. Well, we'll just start again. Okay, I'm on camera, so therefore nothing's going to work the way I want it to work. And bows are never an issue, so I don't know why we're having so many problems. There we go. Snip it. Snip those loose little hairs.